Hi, my name is Diana, and I've been trying to get this information out ever since the lockdown started because I knew that I have a way of knocking out most infectious illnesses. But then as things progressed, I became more and more convinced that I was probably getting rid of the coronavirus as well in my own system. I haven't been able to shelter in place as much as I would like. I certainly 100% recommend following all the guidelines for sheltering in place, masking, social distancing, sanitizing, and all the rest. It's just, in my life, that has not been a choice at many times. So, um, I do want to share this method I've been using my whole adult life. It has 5 parts to it, and they're all important. You have to do them all in order to get rid of symptoms. Um, I know some people who also use most of these things, and it's more something maybe my generation's been aware of with all of Linus Pauling's work and so forth. That may not be known so much these days by people. Um, I want to state, first of all, I'm not a doctor. And of course, you should talk to your doctor before you try this. Make sure that there's just a few things that I know of that could be a problem. Mostly, it's just there's stomach-related issues, diarrhea, vomiting, nausea, which I've only experienced a couple of times. I had a little diarrhea, and I used yogurt, and I was fine after that. I guess it is possible that the main thing in this, one of the main things in this method, which is high dose vitamin C, could interact with a medication. Any medications could interact, so check with your doctor. I read that there aren't many, but make sure that you're not interfering with any medicine. So all that being said, let me just lay out what it is I do. Um, and I know other people, I'm sorry, I keep delaying getting started with this. I know there's plenty of home methods for knocking out incoming illnesses. But this is what I do, and it works for me, so I'm going to tell you because I would love to share it with people and keep them from getting sick ever as well, which I hardly ever get sick. Okay, the first thing is, if you feel something coming on, sore throat, just feel like you're catching the flu or whatever, take 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C with a big glass of water. Do this every hour or so until you feel like the symptoms are going away. And then the second thing is, if it involves a sore throat or something in your mouth area, in your tongue or somewhere in your mouth, gargle with the bad tasting high alcohol mouthwash that we probably all know the name. I'm just not going to mention it, but they even have a good dollar store brand. You can get it very inexpensively. The third thing is stop eating sugar. I do eat a little fruit if I feel like it, but other than that, no candy, no desserts, cakes, sweet things, ice cream. And my family always did that as a way of coping with people getting sick. Take away, don't eat sugar right now, it'll just make it worse. And then I found out that's scientifically based. The microbes need sugar for reproduction and functioning. They need it very badly. They can't do anything without it, so cutting it out really is a good tactic. The fourth thing is be sure to rest. Um, with many things, and even I've read, strangely, people have felt like keeping going when they were actually coming down with COVID-19, and then they got really sick. So if you use this high vitamin C dosage thing, it will probably make you feel drowsy and slow and tired. I would just take a nap if you can, and leave work if possible, which probably these days is easier accomplished because people know if you're getting sick, you should leave the area and go take care of yourself. And the last thing is just remember to do this right away. Don't wait until you're fully infected. I don't know that this would work so well if that were the case. Oh, I forgot to mention with the mouthwash, each time you eat anything, brush, floss, and rinse your mouth. So that's an important part. And then back to just doing this right away. Make sure you do it as soon as you feel any symptoms. It's really important. I think that's everything I wanted to mention, and I really hope that a lot of people might try this. And I'd like to know if you do try it, and so if maybe you could leave a comment. I've wondered how it could be even tested for as a way of preventing infection. I mean, really, it doesn't. All the other things are supposed to prevent infection, but if you feel like you're getting sick anyway, this is more of an immediate cure and keeping you from getting fully infected. So I would like to know people's experiences with it. I know that it won't always just be the coronavirus, and I've actually never tested for the coronavirus. I've always gotten rid of it before. I don't know, I just felt healthy, and then I felt like, why would I go get a test now? Maybe I should have anyways to see if there was anything in my system, but I never did. I had concerned family members tell me, don't go into a clinic right now, you could catch it if you didn't already. So I don't know. But there's that, and I did have a couple of experiences that made me think, oh, okay, I think I am fighting the coronavirus. One of them where this was very persistent. I had to keep taking the vitamin C multiple times. I had a sore spot in the back of my throat that was just really, really persistent. Another time, and it was only 5 or 6 times during the spring, and then during the summer I was much better, but a couple of times more recently I've had a couple of incidents. But one time I remember late in the spring, I was feeling fine, and then all of a sudden I started feeling like I was catching the flu. And I took the C, and I was trying to rest, and I started just blowing out all kinds of green stuff out of my nose and coughing it up. And I thought, man, whatever that was, if it wasn't COVID-19, I don't know. I just thought the odds are kind of high. Plus, I was around some dear family members whose job, right at the beginning, before people were sheltering in place quite as much, whose job involved being out in public places a lot, hospitals, restaurants, libraries, a lot. And their child had been sick. I had contact with them. before I did some babysitting, and I started to come down with something, and then I had to fight it. I wasn't resting enough. I wasn't quite withdrawing from sugar enough. So I've become real stickler about doing everything in this 5-part method I use, and because I don't want to get a full-blown case. I was in the hospital this summer. I do have some underlying problems that have actually gotten a lot better. A heart issue that I think we know what's going on now, and it's sort of like a heart failure situation, and high blood pressure, and I've lost a lot of weight. So I was kind of feeling like I'm a candidate for a serious, threatening situation, and anyone still is. I'm in that age group, but so anyway, I hope some people find this helpful. It would be great if many people found it helpful and it made an impact on things, and we could, I hope that this is a weapon to fight the COVID situation. So, okay, hope you stay healthy. Take care.